Yeah, yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, now we are live. Thank you for joining us, ladies
Mm-hmm.
and gentlemen. Welcome to the Hot Seat TV, and I am your host Zach Oanda. And today we have Madam Maureen Moraa Obino, who is seeking to be the third women rep of Kisii County under the UDA ticket. So, welcome,
Yes.
Madam Maureen, to the
Thank you.
conversation today. And
Thank you.
those who have questions in the comment section, you write your questions so that we can be able to engage in this morning's interview. Maureen,
Mm-hmm.
who is Maureen
Yes.
Obin and where do you come from?
Maureen Moraa Obino is a lawyer by profession, a business lady, a hustler for that matter. Mind you, I started business at that tender age of 19.
Yes.
I'm a mother, I'm a daughter of the Most High God. And above all, I'm a strong politician who feels that the time for change is now. And if it's not now, it has to be now. A youthful,
Yes.
vibrant, energetic lady, just
Yes.
after finding the right thing to do in life. And I come from Bobasi, Basichache, Yesure village in Kisii County.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Maureen. Why Maureen and not any other candidate? What do you stand for, and what do people expect from you?
I believe we have other competitors who are worthy as well. But as Maureen Moraa Obino, I stand for principles of truth, honesty, principles of change. And I think Maureen is better placed because Maureen Moraa's candidature is not just about Moraa, but an inspiration to the young women of Kisii County and the youth of Kisii County, that they too can dare to dream and their dreams can be valid, that they can dare to try to step into the murky world of politics and, advocate for the rights of their people in a through representation in parliament or county assembly, and they can be given a voice. They can get to be heard without discrimination. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Unajua Kisii County, it is majorly clan-based politics, and sana the county seats. Each clan must be able to produce a person to represent them in the county kick. So
Mm-hmm.
you come from which area, and what is your probability of beating this clan politics, and will you be able to manage it?
As I told you earlier, Zach, I come from Bobasi, a highly versatile clan where we have a number of sub-clans. And the sub-clan where I come from is actually surprisingly one of the largest because we enjoy almost 70,000 votes that are fresh and fertile for harvest. And for me, I believe that times are changing. It's the high time we said no to clanism. It's the high time we embraced leaders based on their capacity to deliver, based on their abilities, based on their proven track record. Because if we keep gearing towards clanism, then we will never be modern. We will never have the prosperity of the greater Omogusi achieved. Because smaller clans will also always feel left out. So when are we going to have this inclusivity? I personally feel the right time is now. Time has
Okay.
come where we need to embrace leaders regardless of the clan where they come from.
Okay, like Bobasi, are you able to manage this clan politics because it has been here since 2013, and now I'm seeing it happening this time round. Like in Bobasi, you are three candidates: yourself, Lucy, and the current women rep. Because these leaders will want to wagawe viti according to clans. How are you going to beat this aspect?
For me, like I've told you, despite coming from Bobasi, where I still enjoy a large number of votes from my sub-clan, which is Omo Itangare,
Yes.
I enjoy an array of almost 70,000 votes out of the possible 117,000 votes that we have in my constituency. Despite that, as a youth and as a young leader, as a young mother who advocates for change, I strongly feel that given a chance, I'll deliver. because I enjoy a natural following based on my previous charity works in the past and my engagement with my voters on different assignments. So we've bonded, we've created a friendship that goes beyond the ballot. And I feel like my voters trust me, my voters believe in me. And, it was realized recently when we had the UDA by-elections. And apparently we didn't have nominations for governor, senator, and woman rep for Kisii County. But it was so interesting that I was receiving numerous calls from my coordinators from the polling stations. I've made, God has been faithful. I've managed to make networks in all the polling stations in Kisii County. And they were calling me and they're asking my nickname, and Sobo, why are you not on the ballot? We're looking for your picture. We are looking for your name. We can't see it on the ballot. And, that gave me confidence that voters believe in me. And I mean, given a chance, I'll deliver for them, mostly also because of my policies and my agenda that I've been selling to the great people of Kisii County.
Thank you. We will go to the first section now, to the UDA nominations. There are rumors that UDA is going to award Mama Teresa direct ticket, and yourself, you have been in the party for quite some time. What is your take about this, and how does this place you in the race?
Good question. As you know, I've been loyal to my boss, which is Bill William Samoei Ruto, the 5th President of the Republic of Kenya by the grace of God. And I've been an ardent supporter of UDA Kisii County. I've done a lot on matters growing the party in terms of popularity, branding. You can see it is evident. Even the women for Ruto in Kisii County are branded fully yellow, courtesy of Moraa's candidature. And I've done so much that I wouldn't want to talk about, because when doing it, I was loving every moment. So for me right now, what I'd say is UDA is a party that believes in equality, a party that believes in fairness, a party that believes in fair representation from the youth to the middle age to our elders. And I think the decision that will be made based on the UDA ticket will be in the best interest of Omogusi and Kenyans at large. On matters, Mama Teresa being given the ticket, that is rumor, that is hearsay. Please treat it as such. There's no such truth in that. That is just a rumor created by people who are opposing the goodwill of our party leader and the party, because no one has been issued with a UDA ticket yet from Kisii County, as far as I'm concerned. And I know the right decision will be made. And I mean, it doesn't place me at any bad situation, because as I've told you, I've done a fair campaign, Zach, and you can witness that. I've done a fair campaign. I've hit ground. I've really hit ground. I've invested my time and energy on my voters. And we've journeyed. We've come from far, and where we're going is even further. And believe either way, I'll be on the ballots. And I'll be on the ballots to deliver victory by the grace of God. By the way, Zach, I might not know many things, but one thing I know for sure is that come August 9th, Bill William Samoei Ruto is the next president of the Republic of Kenya. And I, Maureen Moraa, is the next woman rep, Kisii County.
Thank you. That is,
Yes.
you're quite confident on this. Now, still on the UDA nominations, you people were so many and you were taken aside. Rumors have it that you had to agree on one candidate, and this failed. The reason why some leaders opted to give direct or to take Mama Teresa. So why didn't you agree on this, and what were the modalities? What made you not to agree on one candidate?
Actually, but I mean, some leaders, like you've said, some leaders cannot just sit at a corner and say, hey, we are giving the ticket to Mama Teresa. No. That doesn't exist in the constitution of my party, that I strongly believe in its principles. If you read clearly in the UDA nomination rules, we have options which include number 1, negotiated democracy, which is consensus. If that fails, there's the option of an interview, where you get to be interviewed by the NEB members and they make a decision based on your performance, but because they're wise enough to know anyway who is fit for the job. There's also the option of nominations. So I believe we're still open to exploring all these options. And we in UDA, we believe in democracy. My party leader believes in democracy. And so automatically the other leaders in that chain, the gubernatorial aspirants, the senatorial aspirants, from Kisii County, they equally have no option but to follow suit when it comes to democracy of the party. So no one has a right to just say, hey, I'm giving you the ticket. No. It doesn't work like that. And if you followed keenly initially, the clan matrix was to have it that Bobasi was best suitable to produce a women rep if we are to have a win-win formula for Kisii County UDA gubernatorial, senatorial, and women rep race, actually the county level. And I remember the leaders involved actually told, initially, we had about 3 contestants from Bobasi, and the leaders told them, you guys, coordinators and MCAs, sit down, give us one person that we'll work with. So they sat down and they voted for Moraa unanimously. And it's so unfortunate that I managed to be voted unanimously, like everything out of everything. No one said no. and the votes were cast and the signatures were appended. The media was present, and it was, hey, Moraa will fly the UDA ticket from Bobasi, which is a win for our young women and the youth. But according to some quarters, they felt like, no, Moraa is too young to lead. So they still went back to the drawing board and are trying to find a leader who is old enough to lead. But I only have one word for them. One is never too young to lead, because leadership comes from God. Leadership is a calling. And when God says it's your time, you have to move. Yes.
Thank you. So do you think the youths, because you're saying they saw you as a young person, do you think the youths of this county have a place in the county politics? And in your experience, do you think we will ever have a young person even below the age of 30? You can see Rift Valley elected a 24-year-old in Bomet. Do you think in Kisii County we'll have such a generational change through your experience? Do you think we'll one day be there?
It's quite a tough experience. It's challenging, honestly. From where I'm seated, being a woman in Gusii politics, which is considered to be a highly patriarchal society, and also being a youth, makes it even more adverse. However, one has to be tough. When the tough gets going, the tougher. When the going gets tough, the tougher get going. So I believe, just like Moraa and other fellow young, like-minded individuals, together we can stand ground. We don't have to keep ceding ground for the elderly, or rather for our elders, or our seniors in that case. We can stand ground, we can be firm, we can seek to bring change. We can be the change that we seek to bring. And that's why I told you, Zach, I, as Moraa, I will be on the ballot to stand as an instrument of change, as an inspiration to my fellow youth that indeed, yes, we can. We can break the glass ceiling. Like you've said, look at Toto from Bomet, my good friend. I remember when she was starting this journey, she started with nothing. We came together as youths, we supported her, and here she is. Look at other young lady from Nandi County at a tender age of 28, breaking the glass ceiling. Even Moraa can break the glass ceiling at a tender age of 32. A young mother, a young politician. I stand to be the change that I seek to have for my great and noble people of Kisii County. And I'm calling upon the youth. Let's stand together. Let's walk this journey together. Let's indeed show that, yes, we can. Because it's us youth who need to come together and speak in one voice for there to be that voice of reason.
Okay, so that is on the UDA nominations. You come from Bobasi, where the current women rep comes from. What has he not done? What has she not done that you think you are going to do as Maureen, as you seek to be elected?
Given a chance as Maureen Moraa, I have a very, very diverse agenda for my people, which when you sum it up, it comes to wealth, W for women empowerment, E for education for all, A for agribusiness for my women and young men of Kisii County, L for leveraging towards technology, T for technological talent activation for the youth, and H for universal health coverage. Under this 6 strong, powerful wealth agenda, I'm going to ensure that first, I pick it up from where the current Mama County has stopped from, which is to reach out to the people at the grassroots level, create a synergy whereby there'll be a co-relationship between the people and the office, and ensure that funds are distributed properly, and they reach out to all the women in mashinani through table banking to be able to empower my women to be more economically stable so that they can be able to face the challenges facing them day to day, and to help them grow from where they are right now to a place where in the next 5 years they can be able to stand firm and say, hey, indeed we made a difference. We eradicated poverty step by step, one day at a time, and we attained leverage for our young girls and our women of Kisii County.
Okay. Kisii County politics nowadays has adopted a new style. If you don't have money, you are not able to penetrate the interior, where people stand on the road to receive money. Do you think you are well oiled to campaign in the 9 constituencies and in the 45 wards? And if not, do you think a miracle will happen because the matrix and the dynamics have changed?
I can tell you for free, Zach, I've done my campaign for quite some time now. I first launched my campaign in 2019, December. And since then, it's been a wonderful, awesome campaign. People have a misconception about the great people of Kisii County. My people just want change. They want development. They're yearning for change. They're tired of the handouts. They're tired of being bought with 50 shillings and then they sell their dignity for the next 5 years. My people have spoken to me, and they've spoken to me clearly. All the stops I've made, all the door-to-door mashinani I've done, Nasoira, Masakuime, I've been to all the Ebinyoro, and my people are telling me that they want change. That is all they want. They want prosperity for the greater Omogusi. They don't want handouts. Of course, when they're given a handout by a politician, they will not refuse. I mean, who would refuse a token? But what my people want is a developmental agenda, one that will realize we eradicate poverty, we create employment, we have proper universal health coverage, we have our youth adopting modern way of doing things like technological advancement courses and all. My people want proper incentives from the government to be able to do proper agriculture that will help them have profits. My people are tired of handouts. And I can tell you for free, my campaign has been possible with the support of friends. My fellow youth, like-minded individuals have come together. We've raised good amounts of money and we've hit the ground proper through the support of friends. I enjoy a lot of networks from diaspora in Kenya, my colleagues, my former classmates, they all believe in me. And they've set up a huge kitty for my campaign. That is what has made it possible for me to run my campaign. You've realized I run my campaign daily. I do 10 to 12 meetings. And mostly I can tell you we spend on logistics. Handouts, we choose to invest on chamas, table banking groups. We choose to invest on long-term projects other than just buying off people or buying their dignity. And whether I'm ready to do it up to the finishing line, trust you me, what you've been seeing was just a tip of the iceberg. The campaign that Team Moraa is going to launch after after getting the UDA ticket by the grace of God, or without the ticket yet still, is one massive campaign that aims at reaching the grassroots further, deeper than we have been. And we have a budget, we are ready. Still the support is coming in, and I know, by the grace of God, Zach, we are finishing strong.
Okay, as a young politician, yes, a young woman who is seeking for an elective seat, I know you are quite vulnerable to men who want to take advantage of you. What is your comment on this?
Yes, it has been challenging because you find that people just think when they see a young, beautiful woman, she's just there, for showcase or for show, they tend to assume A beautiful woman can't have brains. But you know, for me, what I believe in is stand firm, always stand your ground, always have your principles, always know what you want, where you're coming from and where you're going. And when you stand firm, men will tend to respect you. You know, you find instances where men give you offers. They are there. But you know, it's my principles and my virtues that have made me stand firm, and my respect for myself that has made people know that who you was in Caribbean. In fact, to some point, you know, they call me Iron Lady because I'm soft but tough. So I have to make them see the tough side of me so that we stick to our lanes and we all stick to what brought us in politics, you know? Yeah, so it's not easy. It's quite challenging, and you can see sometimes even on social media we experience challenges as young women in politics, whereby you find there are these men who are so chauvinistic. They abuse us for no apparent reason. They troll us. They call us funny names. But you know, for me, I believe I put my mind to what I want. I stick to the course. I stand firm. I stand my ground. I stand principled. That's the only way I can achieve victory in any course I engage to partake. Without
Okay.
discipline, you cannot make it.
Thank you. So we on that, who do you support for governor?
At the moment, the one who supports me as a youth, as a young woman in politics, as a woman who comes with a block of votes. You know, the youth forms 70% of the total number of voters in Kisii County and in Kenya at large. So this block believes in me. And the young women, the single mothers that have been working hand in hand with the widows, the PWDs that have been working hand in hand with over the years, they form a huge, huge number of voters. So the one who supports me with this block and believes in me to deliver this block to them is the one I'll support.
So you mean you don't support Ezekiel Machogu, the UADA candidate? Because he has
Time will
been
tell. Time will tell. It
okay.
believes, it depends on whatever principle he stands for. If he believes that we require a youth to have fair representation in the Kisii County government, then well, I'll support him. Hands down, I'll support him.
So if he
So it
doesn't
depends.
prefer you, if he doesn't prefer you, you will not support Ezekiel Machogu.
Time will tell.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
We go
Yes.
to the next section. What is your take about Kisii land? Kisii has always been an ODM zone, and UDA is now penetrating, and the opinion polls show that the UDA is gaining momentum in the recent past. Do you think UDA will be able to triumph ODM in the Kisii County area?
Yes, actually, you know, Kisii land has always been a swing vote, and one that is very detrimental in determining who becomes president or who forms government. And I can tell you for free, it's not been easy for us to gain this momentum that you're seeing right now. It's been crazy, difficult, a lot of hard work, a lot of convincing. Like myself and other like-minded individuals, we spent so much time on the ground building our party, and it's because we believe in its principles. And I believe Omogusi best fits in the UDA party agenda and principles, and even the agenda that our party leader, our fifth president, has for Kenyans is quite a diverse agenda that fits in the shoes of Omogusi very well. And I think people have bought into the ideology finally. My great and noble people of Kisii County have seen that it's time for change, that it's time we also got to be part of the government. I mean, we've been in opposition for so long. It's time we also got to be in government, and we also got to have a fair share of the cake. And where we are headed now, with the kind of campaigns being rooted by young people, by like-minded individuals, by the women. You've seen UDA is a party that embraces young women, and generally participation of women in politics. This is what has helped to maintain the popularity of the party on the ground. Unlike ODM, where tickets are issued based on preferences, UDA, on the other hand, issues tickets based on popularity, based on who has ground, based on certain principles like the youth factor, the women factor. And I believe if we keep on with this trend, UDA is going to grow, and will deliver 60% of the votes for presidency and for gubernatorial, senatorial, and women rep. We just need to maintain the momentum. We need to stay together. We need to stay glued. No one needs to fall apart, especially us, the diehard members of the party, because our followers are equally watching.
Why William Ruto, Maureen, and not Raila Odinga?
For me, number one, William Ruto, because he's a God-fearing man, and I was brought up in a God-fearing family. So I was taught that leadership comes from God. And then someone who has to be placed in that high-level position to lead Kenyans to the next level has to be a man that has reverence for the Lord. Secondly, Bill William Samoei Ruto, the chief hustler's ideologies match my ideologies. He's one that has come out very strongly on matters hustlers. I grew up in a family that has come from very far. You know, my forefathers and my parents had to really hustle for us to get to where we are today. So hustler is in me, hustle is in my blood. And anyone who believes in a hustler, anyone who believes that a nobody too can be somebody one day, I mean, that's the kind of leader I want to support. Anyone who brings the best in everyone and makes everyone feel like they belong. And that's Bill William Samoei Ruto for you. So for me, Bill William Samoei Ruto, any day, anytime. And again, his ideologies, his agenda for Kenyans, bottom-up economic agenda, where he clearly outlines that he believes in a more labor-intensive economy as compared to a capital-intensive economy. I mean, that's where we need to belong. Reviving of industries to create employment, capitalization on job employment to be able to collect taxes, other than borrowing from international world and all, and putting our country into debt. The universal health coverage that he keeps talking about in his well-outlined agenda, the plan he has for the youth, creation of employment, talent activation and all. I mean, his ideologies match my ideologies, and his ideologies suits the interest of Omogusi, where I seek to represent very well. And definitely, given a chance, I believe Bill William Samoei Ruto will propel Kenya to a greater and prosperous level.
If William Samoei Ruto does not support you to be the next women rep, will you still support him?
Actually, Zach, allow me to correct you on that, because I am who I am politically because of my fifth president, Bill William Samoei Ruto. He has always supported me. He has always believed in me. He has always held my hand. You've seen even in the campaigns where we have the rallies, he's always calling out for Moraa to take the microphone and address Wananchi. He has built me to where I am today, and truly, I'm forever indebted to him. I mean, he's given me a platform to grow politically. He believed in me when no one believed in me. When I was just starting off, and he could see something in me. And that same belief that he's always believed in me is the same reason I'm loyal to him. And I'll always be loyal to my fifth president, Bill William Samoei Ruto.
Thank you. Some people say that the only thing that you bring on board is your face. What is your take about this? That you bring the face to the table and you bring the optics only to the table, that you don't control votes.
That is not true.
Yes.
That is not true at all. Like I told you, Zach, there's something called beauty with brains. And there's nothing as good as a beautiful woman who is assertive, firm, and who knows where she's headed. And like I can tell you a clear example. Everyone I supported in the nomination process in Kisii County won, apart from two. And these two, not sometimes you don't have to win by winning. There's many forms of victory, and there are people who are hard campaigning me, and I can tell you for free, not in a bad way, they lost terribly. So that speaks a clear message that Moraa has influence. Moraa has influence. Don't just underrate or undermine Moraa. Moraa comes with an array of votes, I can tell you for free. And you can see even the other time when they were saying Moraa is too young to lead, you could see reactions. You could see, mixed reactions on the ground and online. And you could see people saying, no, 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 we want and so on. And even from the campaigns we've been holding, people keep asking me, what do you do? Do you pay these people to cheer at you? You can realize every time we go to the ground, but it's God's grace. You find that people want to see Moraa. People want to hear Moraa talk. The women are happy to see a young woman doing well in the political world. And, Moraa has a natural following. Moraa is a brand. Moraa is a household name. Moraa commands a great number of votes. And I can say it's not because of me, not by my power or by my might, but by the grace of God who has made all things possible. And by the way, Zach, let me tell you, even the old, you'll be surprised, believe in me. The elderly, the 70s and above, those men and women believe in Moraa because I've created a personal relationship with them. I have a program for issuing blankets, and I issue blankets to the old, and we've bonded through that program. I always say, save the old for the cold. And through that program, we've bonded, and they feel like, Moraa is the one we want. Through her small acts of kindness and compassion, we are willing to have her represent us. Like my grandmother is one of my greatest inspiration. She believes in me, and she's been campaigning for me. And she tells me, Moraa, even if I don't have the legs to walk, because she's on a wheelchair, she's like, I still have the mouth to talk. So she makes calls every day, numerous calls to her fellow peers. And she's a great example of a hustler because, she used to push the donkey way back to sell maize to be able to take care of of my father and his siblings. And my grandmother, being a chief hustler, she believes in the ideologies of Hustler Nation, and she's so happy to have me in the Hustler Nation. That's why she's been campaigning for me to all her peers. And she's just but an example of those who believe in me. Zach, the people who believe in me are so, so many. Moraa is a brand, and she enjoys a huge following, a natural following, one that
Okay.
cannot be bought. Yeah, one that cannot be bought.
Thank you. You have never been seen. Some people say you have never been seen on the ground. Your posters are only on social media. You were seen before on matangas and maybe in church. How do you conduct your campaigns?
Zach, those who say they have never seen me on the ground probably are the ones on social media, and they are not on the ground. I've hit the ground. I have my pictures and videos for all my campaigns since I started. And I can tell you, there are so, so many. And it's been an amazing experience. For me, my campaign is door-to-door kind of campaign, getting in touch one-on-one with my voters and getting to understand their pertinent issues and their core problems. Mine has been a personal touch kind of campaign, reaching out to my voters door to door, bonding with them. And I must say, I'm so grateful because so many of my supporters have opened their doors for me. They've opened their arms. They've received me well. I've never experienced hostility, save for a few instances, and we were able to manage the situation. And my door-to-door campaigns and my I also have a program for funding women, equipping them with funds for their table banking groups. I also have another feeding program where I feed the street kids in Kisii County at night. And if you go to town and ask them who is Ensovo Sovo, they'll tell you Mama Yetu Moraa. We've bonded with these people. I also have a program where we give tea and bread to the Boda Boda fraternity during the cold season. We've bonded. During the looming fuel shortage, I was able to have a one-on-one interaction with majority of the Boda Boda riders, encourage them, help fuel for them where I could, and we've bonded. And like I've told you, we have a blanket program for the old where we issue blankets to the old. Save the old for the cold program. We've bonded. So for me, through my charity works, I've been able to bond so much with my voters. And that's why I tell you, Zach, I have a natural following, one that you cannot buy, because through my acts of compassion, they've been able to entrust me with leading them towards victory and prosperity. And again, through my door-to-door campaigns, I've been able to reach out to so many people. You know, most politicians think that when you do a huge gathering, like a rally, there are votes. I can tell you for free, rallies are just for euphoria. Rallies are just for the face and name recognition. The real votes are sought by reaching people door to door, by reaching people through mashinani interaction. Like, you know what I do sometimes at 4 o'clock? I go to a kibanda, sit down with the hustlers, tunakunywa chai, tukipiga story. And they're able to tell me their challenges and their problems. They are able to entrust me because I've reached out to them, I've gotten closer to them. So, Zach, mine has been a hard-working campaign. It has been a campaign full of effort, and it's not been able just because Moraa did it alone. I have a strong team at the grassroots. I have youths who wake up every morning, door to door. They go giving our posters and calendars to our supporters and our merchandise. We also have equally great men and women who have taken it up as a role to campaign for me free of charge, Zach, I must tell you, because they believe in my ideologies, and they are widespread. You'll be shocked. You don't have to see them. They don't have to wear my hoodies, but they are there. They are widespread. They are in each and every of the 1,286 polling stations across Kisii County.
Okay, when people troll you on social media on your personality and sexuality, how does that come down to you, and what is your message to them?
You know, for me, I really don't mind about being trolled because, you know, Waswahili wanasema mti mkavu haurushiwi mawe. Kwa hivyo Moraa ni mti ulio na matunda. Moraa ni mti ambao umenawiri na ndio maana unarushiwa mawe sana. And my message to the name trollers and to the chauvinists who believe that women cannot be in politics, that's the reason why they have to keep abusing us and putting us down, is that, my dear friends, it's not over until it's over. If you think you'll troll Moraa and bring her down, you're wrong, because this is just but the beginning of the making of a great politician, of a politician of all times, one who will have stood for what is right and will have stood to make a legacy. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for also the naysayers, because without them, I mean, I wouldn't be stronger. Yeah, they give me a reason to keep pushing and to keep believing more in myself and that I can make it. So I'm glad and I'm grateful for them. And I must tell you for free, Moraa is someone who doesn't hold grudges. She doesn't keep grudges. So some of these people, we meet and I greet them with a big smile. You know me, I love smiling. And I'm sure they wonder, hey, huyu tunatroll na bado anatuchekea. That is what the world should be like. We should always just live and let go.
Okay, some people may not understand the role of women rep. Can you kindly highlight on this? What is the role of the women rep? Because some people take it as an ambiguous position. Is it important?
It is a very important role, and that's why we don't need to have projects in this position. We also don't need to just have someone pulled from the comfort of their sitting room and told, hey, mama, come and run this position. You know, some people are even had saying they never dreamt to be women rep, but then they were just told that ikuja tukupei kiti. Seriously? That is mockery. A woman rep holds a very important docket, because first of all, this is a special seat. It is an affirmative seat whereby a woman rep is supposed to represent the needs of the marginalized groups in parliament and advocate for policies that will be able to propel these marginalized groups to the next level, which is, of course, a more settled level, a more prosperous level. For instance, a woman rep should be in parliament advocating for more resource allocation for women, for the youth, and proper programs for these special interest groups like PWDs. Secondly, our woman rep holds a very important fund, which is the National Government Affirmative Action Fund. This fund is supposed to empower our marginalized groups back at the grassroots areas. We cannot entrust this fund with people who don't have a vision, people who don't have a mission or a goal as to why they seek to represent the electorates to this very, very important docket. So this is a docket that is very sensitive. It needs to be treated with the utmost sensitivity and respect. It's a docket that one cannot joke with, like what I'm seeing happening in Kisii County, and where we are just picking people and telling them, hey, take this seat. No. This is a docket that needs to be treated like a gubernatorial or senatorial seat, because it's a county seat, and it needs to be handled without any meddling around, because it's a sensitive docket, Zach.
Okay, who is, you have pointed out, you made a statement of being a project. Who is this project and who has brought
Hello.
this project? Yes, Maureen, you hear me?
Zach, you're off. I can't hear you.
I'm on. Who is this project? Do you hear me now?
You're off.
Yes, you hear me now?
Hello?
Yes, you hear me now? Yes, Maureen.
Hello?
I think we've lost Maureen. Meanwhile, we will try to bring Brian so that he can tell us something about the women rep race. Okay.
Hello, Zach.
Yes, Maureen.
Yeah, I lost you a bit.
Okay, Maureen, thank you for being getting back. You talked about a project. Who is this project and who has brought this project? What did you mean by this?
Come again.
You talked about a project in your last submission. You talked about a project. Who is this project and who has brought this project?
There are people who are being pushed, Zach, for the women rep position in Kisii County, just because, like I told you, there are quarters who believe that Moraa is too young to lead. For instance, we had projects like Lucy.
Yes.
We had another project like Mama Teresa, who in my presence said she has never dreamt to be women rep, and she feels like she's being pushed for a position that she doesn't want. And Mama Teresa is my friend. I supported her in Bonchari. We've journeyed together. We've worked together up to now, and she believes in me, actually. And she's been heard severally telling these people who are pushing her, why don't you just give because for me, in fact, my question is, why don't we go for nominations? Because if we go for nominations, Zach, I'm telling you, I will be granted the ticket for UDA Women Rep. I'm ready for nominations. I'm more than prepared, because mine has been a journey. Politics is a marathon. It's not a relay. Neither is it a steeplechase, or a sprint. Politics is a marathon. I've done the marathon. I'm almost getting to the finishing line. And I believe the hurdles I still have to jump that are making me stronger and preparing me for greatness. So all this, I'm telling you, Zach, even the projects, these are just hurdles that by the grace of God, I'll jump, and I'll jump triumphantly.
A lot of women, some people say women are their own enemies. Do you believe in this? Because in your interactions, you'll know whether women support you or not. Do you think the women of Kisii County are out to support you, or they're the people cutting you to size?
Actually, I want to tell you, Zach, the women are supporting me. I've told you, including Mama Teresa and even Lucy, they're supporting me. And, they've seen my work and they're like, oh, this young lady is doing an amazing job on the ground. And I'm telling you for free, the support I enjoy most is from the great women of Kisii County. These women are wonderful. Let me tell you. is a notion that is always repeated by men. Why? Why do men have to decide that women have to be their own enemy? They are not. Women, we love one another. And let me tell you, in this age and era, and that is why my candidature has been one that has sought to unite women, bring women together through table banking activities, through outreach programs, through, inspirational programs where we get to share our challenges and inspire each other. And I'm telling you for free, Zach, I've seen the love that women have for each other, the care, the concern. And the women of Kisi County equally have so much love for Moraa. They believe in me. They keep pushing me. They're the ones who tell me, Moraa, Sukamotu, Moraa, keep going, don't stop. So I can tell you that notion is a misplaced notion. In my campaigns, you've realized mostly I use the hashtag women for women and youth for youth. And I can tell you for free, women for women is working out perfectly well. In fact, most of my support has been from women. You'll be surprised. Most of the people who have been supporting me throughout my campaigns, those who believe in me mostly are women. And the men have also been there. So for me, I can tell you for free, I've not seen any biasness coming from women because I've enjoyed support cut across from the youth, the men, the women. And
Okay,
mhm,
Maureen, if you will be given a position, if
mhm,
you not be handed over the UDA ticket and be nominated in that matter, will you
mhm.
accept this offer?
Zach, and I've said this before. There was this issue that arose of Moraa and nomination to parliament. And I can tell you for free, Zach, I didn't get to elective politics to seek a nomination to parliament. I got to elective politics to seek representation from my noble, great people of Kisi County. And because the ballot ndio msema kweli, given a chance, Moraa will surprise many. Moraa will deliver, and I'll deliver vehemently, not just delivering. Many will be surprised because you see, the reason I'm confident, I've tilled my ground. Even the Bible says, unachopanda ndio utakachovuna. Mimi nimepanda mbegu ya kutosha. Na hii kupanda was not in vain, was because I have a vision for my great people of Kisi County. And not settling for anything less other than the ballot. Zach, if I'm to go to the ballot and lose, let me lose honorably. Okay?
Okay.
Let me lose honorably. Let me say I tried. I dared to dream. I dared to break the glass ceiling. And hey, this is what I've brought on the table. But I can tell you, because God is my anchor and children of God are born to win, Zach, I will deliver given a chance. For
Okay.
instance, you can see such a question arising. The other day, we've witnessed, I'm getting a lot of people wanatunga nyimbo, wengine wananitungia shairi for free to encourage me because they've seen the happenings that have been happening in the Kisi County politics of late. And they're like, Moraa, like there's one who told me, mwenye hekima habishani, Moraa Mungu yupo nawe. And he has started by telling me, hongera Moraa, Mama County, Kisi County 2022. Then the poem I'll share it with you is a very interesting one. And this is someone who comes from Kibogi in Kitutu Chachenol. We have people coming from Ekona in South Mogirango sending me messages of encouragement. We have my supporters coming from Ramasha at the boundary of, Eramani, and they are sending me messages of encouragement because I've been there. Zach, I've walked through the valleys of Kisi County. I've meandered to look for votes, to seek for representation, to talk to my people. I've worked, Zach. It's not been easy. So it's just not something you wake up and tell Moraa, hey, kuja tukunominate parliament. No. For me, I want to be on the ballot to represent my people and letting the people have their voice be heard through fair elections and fair representation.
Okay. If you go to independent, do you think you'll marshal enough votes if, like, you could marshal votes as a UDA women rep?
Mm, Zach, like I've told you before, we'll know the outcome of where to lean. This week is when we are going to know the outcome. But before we get to know the outcome, like I told you, independent or not, with the UDA ticket or without, Moraa Obino will be on the ballot. And Moraa Obino will deliver. You know why? For me, it's not just about it because I'm in UDA is why I'll deliver. But UDA Kisii County is there because of Moraa. Let's be honest, Zach. UDA Kisii County is there because of Moraa and fellow like-minded individuals like kina Mheshimiwa Gloria, kina Mheshimiwa Osoro, kina Mheshimiwa Sam, and na waheshimiwa wale wengi ambao tumepigania Mheshimiwa Zahir kuhakikisha chama imesimama Kisii County. When all politicians were walking in and out of UDA, Moraa stood firm. Moraa was loyal and she grew the house. You know, UDA Kisii County is a baby that I've watched grow. Is a baby that I've nurtured. And I can tell you for free, Zach, there are so many people who have joined UDA Kisii County because Moraa convinced them as to why it's the right party to belong to. This same following, Zach, wherever I go, they'll go with me. You know, actually, my supporters have been heard saying, Moraa, independent or UDA, sisi bado tunakupenda. Na sisi tutakushika mkono kwa ballot. Tutatembea na wewe. And that is the same spirit I'm urging my supporters to maintain. A spirit of calmness, a spirit of self-belief, a spirit of, zeal, as we await greater things that lie ahead. And I'll tell you for free, because UDA is a baby that I've nurtured from day one up to today in Kisii County. Kumbuka pia chama iko na wenyewe. Mimi, I'm just a party member. You understand? Mimi sio mwenye chama. I'm just a party member. But still, I would want to see this baby grow beyond where I've grown it. Just because Moraa might be given a UDA ticket or not, does not mean Moraa will abandon UDA or she'll troll UDA. No. My loyalty remains. I'll still be loyal to my boss, who is William Samoei Ruto, and I'll do whatever it takes to see to it that there's peace and calm in the party, even as I'm being aggressive on my candidature.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some people say that you, together with Zahir and some leaders, are out to decampaign Ezekiel Machogu. What is your take on this?
Zach, that is not true. You see, Governor Ezekiel Machogu first, I'd like to request him to respect young people, to respect the youth, to respect the women of Kisii County. You know, to make the right decisions, the wise decisions that will see him deliver the county government of Kisii County for UDA party. And, Mheshimiwa Zahir is one leader that has been very loyal to the DP, who is our 5th president in waiting. And he's been very, very aggressive on matters gaining momentum for UDA and his candidature in Nyaribari Chache. So if you hear any outbursts coming from him towards the governor, I might not want to talk about it because that could be their personal differences. But based on what I heard him say, his only issue with Governor Ezekiel Ombaki Machogu is that Machogu should try and stop leaning towards clan-based politics and stop taking sides. As a governor candidate, he needs to be neutral when it comes to supporting the other candidates like MPs, women reps, and MCAs. Because personally, for me, I've seen Governor Machogu taking sides and being very, 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 very decisive on one candidate and tending to look down upon another candidate, which is not good. A county leader must be neutral at all times, no matter how hard the situation.
As we come to the end of this session, of this interview, what is your message to the young ladies who are seeking for elective position?
My message to the young ladies is to keep pushing. My fellow young women, keep believing in yourselves. And above all, put God first, because God is the anchor of all great things. Pray, work. And just keep pushing, because with a lot of resilience, dedication, commitment, hard work, and making sacrifices, eventually, whatever course one partakes must bear fruit. And my message again to my fellow young women is stay firm and stay tough. The world out there is crazy, especially the political world is quite murky. But when you stay firm and stay tough, you find that you sail through without any regrets. Because at the end of it all, people will respect someone who stood their ground, someone who stood firm, someone who is principled, as compared to someone who is shaky and wavers, just like that. And also, I'd like to tell you, like me, my greatest inspiration is Martha Karua. She always inspired me, Zach, right from when I was in primary school. I've been a leader right from primary. I've been a prefect. I've been a head girl, and all the way to campus. I've been a student leader on matters gender and women representation. I've been a student leader in the Nairobi University. I've been a chief campaigner. I've campaigned for the likes of Kina Nixon Korir, Kina Kipto, the Speaker of Nandi County, Kina Babu Owino. Have been their chief campaigners. You can ask Babu. He'll tell you I'm quite a great mobilizer, And all these years, I've realized, all the way from campus up to when I joined politics in 2012 as a youth leader in Jubilee, and in 2017 as part of the women who spearheaded the Warembo na Uhuru and Warembo na Uhuru Ruto campaigns. I've interacted with politicians, and I can tell you, Zach, the only advice I have to my fellow youth, the greatest lesson I've learned all these years I've engaged with politicians and I've been in politics is discipline is key. You must be disciplined. Just like Martha Karua, you can see, like I've told you, she's my role model. She always inspired me because of her discipline and her firmness. When she believes in something, she stays strong and she stays put. That's the same discipline I'd like to urge my fellow young women leaders to embrace.
Who is your role model in Kisii County? Any leader? Umesema Martha Karua huko ni national. Hapa chini, who is your role model?
Hapa chini Kisii County, my role model is Mary Sally Otara, the first woman rep of Kisii County. She's actually my good friend. And then we also have Rachel Otundo, who is running for gubernatorial for Kisii County. These two women, I admire them because they are firm, and they are people who have a stand. They are people who believe in themselves and they know what they want and they go for it. And they don't worry about what is happening around them. Their focus is on the prize.
Okay, you've said about we are finishing. We are winding up. You have said you are in the University of Nairobi. What were you at solo, or what was your leadership position there?
I was
Or
the
you can say
secretary
you
gender
can mention
affairs.
your role there. Yes.
I was the secretary gender affairs. Yes, and I served that capacity for 1 year, 2010 to 2011. Yeah, and I left a big legacy because a lot of young women got inspired, and I was able to keep encouraging young women to believe in themselves, to participate in politics. And most of these young women, actually, we became friends, and we transitioned into the national politics. We all got to the Jubilee Youth Leadership, and these same young women in 2017 are the ones together we formed the lobby groups that campaigned for the re-election of our President Uhuru and the Deputy President Bill William Samoei Ruto under the Jubilee umbrella.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
You are parting short. We are coming to the end. And to the viewers, thank you. I've seen a massive following today. And you are hearing from one Maureen Moraa, who seeks to be the third women rep of Kisii County. Thank you for following. The comments are overwhelming. And we are coming to the end. Maureen Moraa, what is your parting shot as we come to the end?
My parting shot is to call upon the great people of Kisii County to kindly walk with me on this great journey of seeking to represent you as your next woman rep in waiting for County 045. Pray for me, support me, spread a message of goodwill to all your friends and all your networks. Please, 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 I'm counting on you because together we can. Let's join hands. Abangina. Ninawaomba tutembee pamoja. To the youth, I'm kindly requesting you to support me. To our dear men, please stand with me, because Moraa is a vessel of change. Moraa is the change that Kisii County needs. And by the grace of God, Moraa will, together with the like-minded leaders, steer Kisii County to a greater prosperous level.
There are
Thank
people
you.
say
God bless you.
there are people say you don't have a good grasp of Ekegusi. Can you talk Ekegusi kidogo tunapomaliza?
Ekegusi manyete kionsi pi inchenko basababa mintoga kimombo atesi safari ye incheweka ti inkonyara inchemna Moraa ko basaba mombo atesi monge amagoro tambo kengende mbarwanire kiaba minto incheweka ti inkonyara naande aba minto agenda nechi policies chirimbwate asemore nechingia. Take time, listen to my agenda, listen to my policies. Naande mombeke asama sabo asengencho Nyasaye nere okurubo gambi mbuya mono. Asante sana Nyasaye asema.
Thank you, Moraa. Thank you. Now we will Asante for joining us. You can log off. Thank you. Asante sana. So we have Brian Machora. We'll take some 2 minutes there as you come in. Brian, you have been following this conversation. What is your take about this?
Yes, Zach, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I've been following the talk one-on-one with the incoming Mayor of Kisii County, and my
Yes.
take goes direct to the gubernatorial aspirant, the so-called Honorable Machogu.
Yes.
The fight that he started, as much as that he found Maureen being on the UDA home, it's more
Yes.
worsening because day in day out he do fight the lady. But
Yes.
politics is all about what you pretend to be. And
Yes.
Moraa has come out to fight for our young ladies and women, also the youths of the Greater Kisii County.
Yes.
So don't look on the age bracket of somebody, but what does her bring on table?
Yes.
Moraa comes from Bobasi. Bobasi
Yes.
have a lot of votes.
Yes.
When we will combine our vote from Bobasi, Nyaribari, Machogo, all those votes on one basket, believe me not,
Yes.
Machogo, Maangi, and the woman rep aspirant, they will come the Kisii leaders.
Yes.
When you talk about the financial muscle, we were talking about the financial muscle of Bitutu, all these women aspirants. Maureen,
Yes.
being a business lady, has been working. She's our key for quite some years. So all these
Yes.
facts, when pull them together, you can
Yes.
give Moraa the upper hand of being a UDA aspirant. See from the Kiamukama by-election, the MCAs, Maureen was there
Yes.
one-on-one looking for the aspirant. Come to Wanjari, the case of Bitutu.
Yes.
Moraa was there one-on-one support for Bitutu. She has been working with Osoro, the like-minded people, trying to fight for the
Yes.
party in the Kisii region.
Yes.
She has used the party all over Kisii region. And now here you are, the Machog, the governor aspirant from UDA now supporting the lady. Do you think that's fair?
Okay. I get your point, Brian. And what do you think about Maureen? Do you think he can make it to be a good women rep? And I'm seeing you are a diehard supporter of her. Do you think she will manage to be the best women rep of Kisii County?
Zach, when we sit down, let's start this case from Bomet. Toto, the young lady, at the age of 24 years, she has been nominated to be the UDA aspirant for the women rep seat. Here Maureen is. Of course, she's young, but she has all the qualities of becoming a leader. Maureen, believe me not, she can make it more well than anybody. Look on the age bracket, the Bitutu age bracket, the Lucy age bracket. the other guy from, I don't know, the age bracket also matters a lot. She inspires many people in Kisi County. We are the young people. Where am I going to fight? I'm going to fight for somebody who can fight for youth, somebody who can fight for our women all over Kisi County. And that pertains me. It gives me more hope to fight for Maureen because she can deliver. Believe me, not she can deliver. Look on the Bitutu factor. She was an aspirant on the by-election of Ontario. How many votes did she deliver? By what margin? Huyu Maureen bado ndiye alikuwa anampigania to get all those votes. Here now you have come and I'm later on the table to fight Maureen. No, that's not being fair. Believe me, no, that's not being fair.
Okay, okay Brian. Tuko na mtu anaitwa Jeff Rambo Al-Qaeda. Karibu sana Jeff.
Yeah.
What is your take about Maureen Moraa candidature? Anataka kuwa the third women rep. What is your take?
What I can say first, sorry for entering when I was not aware. I found that the meeting is on.
Yes.
But since I'm a serious political analyst,
yes,
I sure it is good I join. For me, I know Maureen one-on-one. But in terms of politics, she needs a lot of networks, a lot of collaborations, and influence. So from there, she can weigh whether she can make it to the ballot. You know, Kisses, how we fought.
Yes.
Some we fought with the wave, some fought with parties, some fought when you have handouts. So when you fail to have all of them,
yes.
we are going to Darajambiri market. First, Maureen should have a party, and I recognize the party.
Yes.
Second, she should have a.
Yes. Jeff, we have lost you. I think we have lost Jeff. Ladies and gentlemen, you can join in the conversation. Naona Maureen bado yuko na sisi anaendelea kuwasikiza. So you can join in the conversation as we continue. It has been a conversation we've had this morning with one Maureen Moraa Obino, who seeks to be the third women rep of Kisii County. Ametuambia mambo mengi sana. He has talked about his agenda, what she stands for, what she's able to bring on the table for anyone who will support him. So these are things that he has said. So we hope that we will have your take on this. I'm seeing somebody called Abel. Abel is on audio. Yes, Abel.
Yes, sir.
Abel. How are you, Abel?
I'm doing well, sir. I'm just following to see the development and the articulation of the leader you have brought in today.
Okay,
thank you, sir.
We have had an interview with her the last 1 hour. What is your take, Abel, about Maureen Moraa? Do you think she can make to be a good women rep?
Thank you, sir. Yes, she has shown the leadership qualities. She's determined.
Yes.
Now, what we don't know is that if she has her hands on the ground, because what is most important is to have supporters. You can have a good manifesto, you can be a good leader, but how to translate that to convince the people on the ground is the big task. So I don't know how much she has been able to move the ground and to sway the support, because there's we have a lot of strong candidates, also equally strong candidates on the ground who have been there for the last 3 or 4 years. Others are 10 years, like Janet, who has been there for quite long. Donya also a strong candidate, and others. So, but it depends in politics. It depends how this time she will be able to make her case.
Yes.
So I hope for the best. She has everything which a leader needs. I hope she's going to make a great impact and a difference in our community.
Okay, what is your take about Abel? Janet was given a direct ticket by ODM. Donya wanted the ticket. Any comment on this, Abel?
I think those ones who have been in politics for a while. That was expected. That was expected. It's not a new thing in politics, considering the interests. Donya is a strong candidate. She garnered 140 votes last time when she was running. She's a very strong candidate, but definitely demographics have changed. Things have changed here and there, but still I consider a strong candidate. Janet to be given a direct ticket, it was expected. She's a founder, director, executive director of ODM. She put structures in place. She's very focal. She's a Pan-African president of the Women League. She's very close to the people at the close circles of Raila, and she's very close to Ida and Raila also, and the executive people, the officials there. And she's a deputy party leader of ODM, and ODM considering that they consider what they call loyalty, whatever it means, that loyalty. So she met the criteria of that loyalty. But still, the people who fought on the ground, you know, I know the officials in Nairobi. She's very, of course, she has loyal. She has contributed a lot to the party comparatively to Donya, who is a green one in ODM. And it seems, in my view, she was not very sure, or she also had some signs that she will be either shortchanged in some level here or the other. Because if you see that she's now in Wiper, and the Wiper had closed as considering the party guidelines from the registrar of parties, nobody was supposed to switch. So it depends. If Wiper has given her the ticket, it seems that she was in two parties. But this is just speculation. I'm not very sure of that. But to me, regardless, she goes independent, she goes Wiper, they meet with China and the other candidates. To me, most important in politics, particularly the universal suffrage, is the numbers. So Janet being given the ticket should not demotivate her in any way. Otherwise, she would come stronger and use that as a sympathy card. Then she goes on the ground and she says, I was shortchanged, I was the best. Then the people can be able to vote for her. But again, the other thing is that she comes from Nyaribari, was born in Nyaribari and married in Bonchari. And Nyaribari has almost 190 votes. But considering we have Arat has picked the deputy governor from there, as also our favorite is not Janet, is Donya, also comes from Nyaribari there. I think that will also be a minus. People will think, do we have in Kisii, entire Kisii County? Do we have only Nyaribari? Don't we have others from there? But still, 3 months now, we have almost 111 days to the big election. So things can change in time. They have not hit on the ground, you know. Donya has not hit the ground currently. Simba hit the ground last time, but she has been away for some time. We are going to see when they come now, all of the trio, when they come, Onyonka, Donya, and Arat, when they come on the ground, we'll be able again to read what the ground says. Thank you, back to you. Thank you for this.
Okay, Abel. Jeff Rambo, ulipotea. Ni kama ulienda kuvaa t-shirt. Sasa, what do you think
Yeah,
about?
menipata vizuri.
What do you think about Maureen Moraa Obino and the ODM politics and the women rep race? What is your take?
I will give my views first. I was talking about the women rep seat. Maureen Obino, this is the first time I saw her since we started Kisi politics, since the devolution started, 2013. I've never seen her anywhere, in any funeral or wherever.
Yes.
I just saw her when he was with Machogus and the team.
Yes.
So from there, we heard that she was one of the UDA aspirant, whereby we had Maureen, Rusi Machuki, and there is another woman, Kwamboka and Gladys.
Yes.
So Bitutu was there, but Bitutu never said she was fine or around with the road shows we were doing and the gatherings.
Yes.
She was just giving a car. So from there, Maureen Obino and the Rusi were likely to be given the UDA ticket. Comparing Rusi and the Maureen, Rusi, she's more popular, you know it. She's
Jeff Rambo. Okay, we have lost Jeff and no bundles. Eric Ondimo, welcome to the conversation this morning. What is your take about Maureen Moraa's candidature, and do you think she's able to become the third women rep?
I know Maureen Bravery. She's a brilliant lady, though she's not been very popular. She's been on the ground now, hitting the roads. She's a well-educated lady, very humble. She comes from a very humble background, no doubt about it. So briefly, that's what I know about her, and I wish her all the best.
Okay.
Hello.
Jeff Rambo Merudi, ununue bundles. Okay, what were you saying, Jeff? Jeff hajapata network bado. Abel.
Thank you, Chair. Maybe before Jeff maybe comes on, most of the things which can make a candidate win is the numbers. Numbers are very important in politics. I don't know where Maureen comes from, which constituency. So if she comes from a populous constituency, Bobasi.
Yes.
So that complicates everything. In Bobasi, Chanet is very popular there. And Arati comes from there. Whatever Arati, the votes which Chanet will miss definitely will go to the candidate which Arati will be able to support. Unless because Chanet has had a lot of projects, particularly in Mbobasi, there are women water, bursaries, and all that stuff. And she has a strong ground there. And she's very friendly to Obure, friendly to Manoti, because they come from that Masige area and Bogesaka area there. There are people who will behind the scenes. They agree much of the time, regardless of the parties which they come from. So unless Obino asks something very different, she will come differently from what the others are offering. Maybe from the humble background, to be able to the sympathy votes, then she can be able to make it. Another thing is that maybe I don't know the pistons she has, because this these days again is how much people these days, wherever you go to the constituencies, people, you talk, you give them your manifesto, they say, but you have to ask Motosere, then we listen to you, because also we have left our work, we need something. So the 200, the 300 and 500. So she should have a strong pocket, because trespassing the 9 constituencies is not a joke. It's not like a non position. Me, what I will be able to advise the young people or new entrants into politics, they must be able to have a base. A base like either they run for MCA first of all, they popularize themselves, then they can be able to run. Unless you are running a place like in Rift Valley, North Rift, or Nyanza way ODM, so long as you get the ODM ticket, you are good to go, then you agree on can be able to win. But also we know very well from statistics and trends in the past, 70% of the sitting members of parliament, that is including the Senate, the county assembly, and the National Assembly, they are going to lose. So we expect new faces.
Yes.
So maybe Obino is going to be the new faces. We wish her all the best. Thank you. Back to you, Chair.
Okay, thank you, Abel. Hope Jeff Rambo may load enough credit and enough MBs for this. I'm bringing you in, Jeff. You are saying something. What is it, Jeff? Jeff? Okay. Jeff Simpati. Webster. Karibu sana to the conversation. Do you think Maureen Moraa Obino is able to become the 3rd women rep?
Hello, good morning. I came in late. I have some points, but then let me note down and then I'll give it to you kindly.
Okay, Webster. Okay. As Webster is preparing, Jeff Rambo, what is your take on this?
I'm trying to put my network.
Yes.
My network is having a problem. I don't know why. I don't know why.
I can hear you.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm saying.
Yes.
In the women's women lab seat.
Yes.
We had in
yes.
ODA.
Yes.
We had Rosie Machuki, Maureen, and
yes.
I think somebody called Gladys.
Yes.
And now.
Yes.
Maureen was supposed to be given the chance and the Rusi because they are the people we saw.
Yes.
But when we look at the popularity of the two.
Yes.
Between Rusi and Maureen. You know Rusi has been in the ground since 2013 as a leader in teachers fraternity in Guja branch. So in Bomachoge, Bobasi, and Bogirango knows Rusi. And if you go to the parts of Nyariba.
Yes.
Now when we were comparing between Rusi and Maureen, Rusi was more popular. And in politics, we don't look at the beauty. We look at the manifesto and what do you have for the people.
Yes.
And the language. You can't call yourself some people can laugh. You think those are thoughts. Because the name is funny, So when we were comparing the Shuapet and then Sobo, the Shuapet had many followers compared to the Sobo. But now the Uda made a mistake of endorsing somebody from nowhere. Hata wangekubali to enter nominations. Now, if you put somebody who is weak, like now, Bitutu is known in Bonjari. We are not looking for honorable Bonjari votes. And sometimes,
yes.
Women rep seat need somebody who knows what to do. because iko pesa huko atakuwa anagawa, iko pesa, iko policies atakuwa anafuata ndio ajue hii chama imequalify ipewe hii pesa fulani, hii kila kitu. Sasa ukipea kama vitu tu ajui, hajaenda shule, unaelewa? Sasa hata pesa ikiibiwa hatajua, kwa sababu sasa atakuwa puppet tena. Kuna mtu sasa atakuwa women rep kando yake in the name of vitu, which you are very much aware. Ingekuwa ni nominated seat, ila anaenda anakaa punga, anarara, jioni anakuja kwa nyumba, hiyo tungekubali. But hii seat iko na pesa, a lot of money, na inataka mtu ako influential, kwa sababu lazima aenda atafute donors, vitu sikuje kama hizi mashule zingine less privileged whatever. So UDA, we are supporting Machogu and the team, but in the women's seat, I cannot vote for Vitu. To be very honest, and to be I cannot even market her, because the brand we are marketing is not the brand we want. You know, the governorship has already gone.
Yes.
Because we want that seat, women seat hiyo tunataka ipake Bobasi, kwa sababu ukiangalia vizuri governor imeenda, senate imeenda, deputy governor imeenda. So Bobasi, if we cannot be careful, we will lose everything. But we know we have a women rep from Bobasi.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jeff. Webster, are you ready? Naona Kwamboka has joined the conversation. Karibu Kwamboka. Yes, Kwamboka.
Acha nisikize nisikie penye mmefika.
Yes, we were at the good morning and welcome. There was a conversation here with Maureen Moraa. She seeks to be the third women rep. What is your take? Do you think she's able to be the third women rep here, Kisii County?
I've worked with Maureen so far. What I know, she's capable. Given a chance, she can do better.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I can say.
Okay, asante sana. Webster, are you ready?
I'm set.
Okay, your take on this.
Hello, are you getting me?
Yes,
guys.
Yes, I'm getting you, Webster.
Okay,
yes.
First I could like to know. Okay. At the first place, I would like to know her manifesto. What does she have for the people?
She was right here.
When you can look at times when you look at. Yes.
She was here and she explained her manifesto and her agenda to the people. So, as a voter in Kisii County, do you think she's able to marshal the votes to her faction? Do you think she's able to do that?
For me, I don't think. From my side, with reasons that I have.
Yes.
I haven't seen a language to be able to convince the fathers properly.
Yes.
Sijaona. Again, I haven't seen dictatorial as much as you want to be a leader. Yeah, and then there's a way that you can express yourself for the people to see you. Like someone Jeff Rambert said that about Teresa. Teresa, she's not someone of a kind like you can see mwenye unaweza ni mtu naambia left and she goes left, right and she goes right. So we want someone mwenye kona stand, even if we say right, she still remains on the left. Si mtu wa kuambiwa left na kuenda to left without even considering. She just wants to follow the suit. No. Okay, as much as we in a youth generation,
yes,
kuna maneno imeingia. Some people have always said that she slays. I have even seen personal photos of herself doing her things. There are things that we might be assuming that Betty and the public are okay from our sides in media platforms, but then qua ground, people might be using them to demolish your political mileage. So I don't know how we should do about that, but then okay, is she able to control? Does she have is she able to control herself? Is she able to control the people she's going to manage? Her availability on the ground. Okay, the biggest thing that I disagree with her is about the availability in the ground. What huyu amekuja tu juzi hapa kwa ground after she saw Dolphin work hard. Dolphin came in the last minute, but then she put in more effort.
Yes.
And you've seen she had a strategy ya kutengeneza the hoods and wherever, and then Maureen followed the suit. She came in, actually she was the type of among the women reps that we had, the contestants, she was among the ladies that we had wenye wanakuja wanasindikiza DP akiwa Kisii. Okay. But then when DP is away, she was as well away. So we haven't seen her availability in the ground. Leave alone these two, maybe in the past 1 month, we've seen everyone akiwa kwa ground. There's that consistency kuja kwa ground. And then the obvious thing is pistons. We can't assume pistons. We go to a level above all. Above all, apart from having a convincing language, you need to have pistons as well. You na hapana kudanganyana. I had my brother sijui alikuwa Habel or what, I had him say about the pistons. Hiyo nayo ni no shortcut about it, bro. That's all I had.
Okay, thank you, Webster. Abel, Bobasi has about 4 candidates in the county lineup. Do you think watapata any share in the county seats? Because it is crowded. We have Arati, we have Chris Obure, we have Janet Ongera, we have now Maureen Moraa, we have also Lucy. Do you think Bobasi itapata kiti yote in the county lineup? Abel. Abel? Okay, it seems Abel hayuko na sisi. Jeff Rambo, do you think Bobasi itapata kiti yote? Yes.
Hello, Sak.
Yes, Jeff.
Unanipata?
Nakupata kwa sauti kidogo.
Okay, Bobasi. Already we have a seat, sindio? We have women rep who is sitting. So, and we will retain that seat, whether it is Janet or another person. But we should have that seat in Bobasi. Since the revolution, Bobasi has never been left outside without a count seat. That should be taken to history and the books. We must have a seat, and we already have a seat. So, mambo ya karata, hiyo lazima mjue Bobasi na lazima ikuwe na seat moja ya county.
Lakini mko wengi.
Weta nominated. Tuko wengi lakini tutachagua mmoja. Tuko wengi lakini tutapea mmoja.
Nani huyu mtapea? Na mtampea aje mwache wengine?
Tukiona kama na imeenda, tutangangana na women rep. Juu hatuna senator Bobasi. Unajua sasa lazima moja ipaki bwana. Sasa
Okay. We have lost Jeff again.
Kuna jamaa yangu amesema vizuri sana. By the way, vitu tu nayo ni we can and the seat imewahi kuwa Bonjari. It was messed up, you know. We cannot take it there again. Eh? So unajua affirmative iko very sensitive hata kushinda MP seat, kwa sababu hii kiti inaangalia wamama, watu walemavu, orphans, machokora. Hiyo ndio kiti na iko na pesa ya hao watu. Sasa ukipea vitu tu, unajua sasa hata kisungu aongei, hata parliament hawezi represent, hakuna kikisi huko, hakuna translator parliament, unless tena watafute kama ni Richard Tongi akuwe speaker, so amualau aongee kikisi. So kitu tunasema that seat needs somebody anaelewa masomo. Lazima masomo ikuwe.
Okay, asante Jeff Rambo. Felix, karibu sana to the conversation. Felix. Felix alikuwa katika conversation ingine. Abel, are you here? Abel, are you here? Okay. So we'll come to the end of the conversations today. Make sure you join us in the evening. We will have one Andrew Maobi ambaye alikuwa anataka kuwa ODM candidate wa Kitutu Chache South. So saa 2 jioni we will have that conversation. So tune in. Asante. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, the HOTSEAT TV. Alafu we shall have more conversations to follow. Otherwise, I wish you all the best and have a good day. Subscribe, like, and share. Thank you very much.